Yo, 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 what's going on? This is the NRW, where nerds rule the world. It's your boy, Kuyapi, aka Patrick Michael Strange. I'm here with the Checkpoint Squad once again to give y'all the weekly. And so here is Brian Saff and Webster Style. I can't thank them enough for filling in. It's been crazy schedule-wise, so some of my regular cats, we've been just, it's been insane. So all the love to the Checkpoint Squad for filling in. I really appreciate y'all. So we're going to make this a real quick one because we've been recording all day, y'all. So just to give you this content, but we trying to deliver. That's what we're here for. So props to them for sitting through this. If you want the full list of picks of projects coming your way on streaming and TV and theaters, just follow us on Twitter and IG at the NRW and Annual Release Wednesday. You'll see all that because I'm a promoter, y'all. I'll be pumping the Checkpoint Squad. They may not talk about all the games, but we'll give you pictures of the games coming up. For the same thing with the films, we're just gonna give it all to you there. So, with that being said, I have to give you at least some picks out that group. So I picked 3 projects coming your way this week that I'm kind of really feeling, and so we'll get into that. Y'all ready?
Let's go.
All right. So first up, I've seen a lot of promo on this. I think my man David Cronenberg is behind this. They've been really promoting this Earman character on the Twitters. And if you retweet that tweet that they put out, they'll send you like that prosthetic ear. So I guess you can put like a fake ear on your head or whatever. It's some kind of character. So that had me intrigued. And Cronenberg is known from being a wild sci-fi and just kind of
body horror, The Fly, Scanners. Yeah.
Western Style know the deal.
Yeah.
So he's coming with Crimes of the Future. A very intriguing title in of itself. So I haven't seen this trailer yet, but they're dropping it this week. So with a man like David Cronenberg, with a crazy thing like Earman, I'm ready to check this out. Brian, have you any clue about this project?
The Earman joint?
Yeah, this Crimes of the Future. All right, so
it's gonna be my first time hearing about it.
Let's see what this deal is. And this is a Red Band trailer too, so they're gonna give us a little bit of some wildness with this. So let's check this out. I have no idea what we're stepping into. So here we go. Crimes of the Future. Drop this week.
I can feel you pulling things around in there.
It's a brand new organ.
Is that Viggo?
Before seen.
Yes.
Okay, Viggo Mortensen, Neon.
Okay.
We've all felt that the body was empty. Empty of meaning. And we've wanted to confirm that so that we could fill it with meaning.
Alien chick?
The world is a much more dangerous place now that pain has all but disappeared.
Oh, what's the name?
Kristen Stewart's casting this bad boy.
Surgery is sex, isn't it?
Oh, there's Earman.
Goodness.
You know it is. Surgery is the new sex.
I don't like what's happening with the body. In particular, what's happening with my body. Which is why I keep cutting it up. What do you think they'd find inside it?
Outer space.
Whoops. Sorry.
Bruh.
Let us not be afraid to map the chaos inside. Let us create a map that will guide us into the heart of darkness.
What is going on? Okay.
This on that freak tip for sure.
Right.
All right.
Woo!
One of my favorite Cronenberg movies is Videodrome, 1982, James Woods. I get so many vibes from that in this. It's just like futuristic and more focused on the body and the flesh more so than media corrupting the flesh as Videodrome. I feel like I'm the expert all of a sudden on this. But I'm for this. This looks wild.
Yeah.
It looks like David Cronenberg. Wow.
It's artistic.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah.
I'm interested just to see what the overall story is about. Like, wow, because all of the it looks creepy. I'm say that.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, David Cronenberg is known for that sort of body horror. Sort of not so much like a hostile, but definitely utilizing the body and changing the body. Like one of his most famous films is The Fly, and you know how Jeff Goldblum changed in that, and then Videodrome as well, very much about body horror and changing when it comes to media consumption. Scanner is probably the best known scene of that is Michael Ironside's head, or he exploded somebody's head on like live television. Like there's a lot of body horror when it comes to a lot of Cronenberg's movies, at least his past movies, and this seems like it's right up there, but it's more of that exploration of the body, not so much of the actual contorting and distorting of the body per se, for shock value, so to speak. It seems like definitely a part of the story and what they're trying to say. I'm interested. Definitely, I'm going to watch this.
My interest is peaked.
Yeah. So across the board, just wild looking. I'm definitely intrigued. So Crimes of the Future, man. Just insane, dropping this week, man. Let us know if y'all are checking it out. Just that wildness is it grabs you. So there we go. That's dropping. That's dropping this week. And also before I give you my next two, it was really difficult, y'all. I gotta tell you, when you have to make these picks, man, I have to tell you, it's crazy. So that I just want to say that that Crimes of the Future eked out I'm Charlie Walker, which is also dropping this week, which stars my man from the Luke Cage joint.
Okay. I've seen
Michael
the trailer for that one. Yeah. I'm like, I knew it sounded familiar. Just couldn't place it, but that one looks good too. If you haven't
based
watched that
on
trailer,
a true story about a brother that was tasked to clean up the Bay in San Francisco. So I wanted to point that out, that, you know, I gave that the edge because we did actually, I did an interview, which is also on the channel, with one of the stars of I'm Charlie Walker, Sophia Fredericks, who plays Ann Walker, the sister to Charlie Walker in that film. Had a great interview with her. And so check that out. But that's dropping this week, based on a true story. Important black man that you should know that handled his business despite racism in the Bay. So love on that. But because I didn't see the Crimes of the Future joint, and I know there's a lot of Cronenberg casts, that's kind of why I put that up here, so we could also see that. But Charlie Walker is also out there. I'm Charlie Walker, as well as Crimes of the Future. And so they couldn't surpass these top two picks. So next up, because it's going to be the monster this week. Everybody's talking about it. So I'm going to kind of give you the theater movie that everybody's going to be talking about. And then my top pick is, because I'm a Marvel head, you'll see in a second, you'll be able to catch that on streaming. So second pick is Jurassic World Dominion, of course.
That comes out this week?
Dropping this Friday, son.
Yeah, it comes out this Friday, yeah.
So here we go, Jurassic
Blue had a baby. That's impossible.
Blue had a baby.
Blue girl got busy.
Yeah.
Your mother.
I will tell you, I'm only intrigued by this movie because of the original.
I promise you, I am gonna get her back. Genetic power has now been unleashed. We made a terrible mistake. The doomsday clock might be about out of time.
If our world's gonna survive, what matters is what we do now.
I could use your expertise.
You coming or what?
A baby raptor?
I
made a promise we would bring her home. You made a promise to a dinosaur. What?
I love Jeff Goldblum.
Everybody hold on to somebody.
It's her.
That can't be right. What is that?
Biggest carnivore the world has ever seen.
Run!
See? Not so bad.
Go. Jurassic World Dominion. Boom. This
Yes.
Webster style.
I try to get excited for this movie. I really do. But that second one, I really get upset at movies when people constantly make stupid decisions over and over again. And the second movie should have been called Jurassic World Dominion. We make stupid decisions all the time. So it really pissed me off. And so I try to get excited for this one. I really do. And the only thing that got me is the old crew is coming back. So I like to see them. I like to see that story. I know Jeff Goldblum was like had a big part in the second Jurassic World movie, but for me, I'm just like, yo, okay. And also, and I'll be quick with this. My degree is in ecology. Okay, I look at this from an ecological standpoint. There is no way we are winning if the dinosaurs come back. There are no predators, and especially if they reproduce like that, we are done. We are done for, like, the ecosystem's shot. And again, that's my scientist hat. So I see something like this where they're running wild, they're repopulating, they're having babies. I'm like, dude, what we going? There's no limited harmony with something that could just eat all of us.
Yeah.
You know, you might as well just nuke the planet and let it stop.
Damn.
I'm just saying.
I think this is one of those glimmer of hope kind of situations. They like, you know, we have experts in the field, even though they keep making dumb decisions. It's very weird, but I don't know. I'm interested that I see the original crews coming back.
Yeah. I
really, despite the stupid mistakes, because I'm in the theater as well. Like, why the fuck would you do that? I'm that person as well. But I don't know, something about that. These book smart people continuously making these like stupid decisions, and we having to watch the repercussions of that, and them trying to correct the mistakes, and they're only just snowballing into something worse. Like, something about that just intrigues me for whatever reason.
Got you.
And then we have the Wanda Wise there. I did not know she was in the movie, but I'm even more intrigued now. She's an amazing actress, very beautiful. Like, I just can't wait to see it. I'm going to the theater to see this. Haven't decided if it's going to be a 3D. Haven't decided.
Is it a 3D?
Yet. I don't know.
Oh,
I haven't decided if it's going to. Or if I'm going to buy 3D, I don't even know if it's going to be in 3D. But definitely interested in seeing this, especially like the Velocicoaster roller coaster is amazing. so they keep finding ways to rope me into this Jurassic World, and they win. So I'll be there.
All right, I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't particularly care about this joint, but because I know the world is going to be talking about it, I had to talk about it and put it in there. I fell off after the first Chris Pratt joint.
I
Jurassic
feel
World.
You know, so I didn't really check out the last 2 or 3.
It's
Were
been
there like
two.
2
This
more?
is the third one.
This is the third one or the fourth one?
The third
The
one.
third one.
Okay,
the
so
Chris
yeah,
Pratt
I tuned out with
franchise.
the second joint, and I heard people with the same feelings as Webster Style. Like, come on, man. So I will say and I plan to actually watch that second one, and I will watch this one. I'm just not going to hit it up at the theaters, and definitely going to check this out, because from what I understand, they are going to now finally close out this series. That's why they brought back the original cast into this. For those reasons. So eventually I'll check it out, but I'm not running to the theater. So
This
keeping
is a
it a
streaming
buck.
for me. Definitely streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks cool, but
Yeah.
you can't make the same damn mistakes. The logic side that
That's
West
the
South
beauty
said
of it.
is just, it takes over.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Right.
No.
Making a
Exactly.
mistake. They keep trying to figure this thing out. That's what it is for me. I'm like, okay, let's see. Maybe they'll get it right. Because now we're talking about, oh, this one is going to be the one that closes out the series altogether. Okay, let's see how they do it. Because we already
I doubt
know.
it though. Real talk, you know they're going to still grab for that money.
Yeah, of course,
Yep,
of course.
they are.
Yeah.
But I want to see. Are they gonna be able to figure out how to kill all of these or contain all of these dinosaurs without destroying the world? Let's see. I'm intrigued. I can give them.
I'm waiting for it to go that Fast and the Furious style route where they just go real crazy with it. Why not?
You know what? That might actually
be
what's next. That might actually be what's next. They might find a way to trick the dinosaurs out and start racing them or something. Some kind of
it's only battle royale
between the dinosaurs. I don't know.
I got a great idea.
What?
You round up all the dinosaurs, you shoot them into space. We flash forward 100 years later, and they come back intelligent. And for those of y'all remember the old series Dino Sauces, where you have two different factions of space-going dinosaurs who come back to Earth.
That might be what happens. That might be.
No, why not now? You know what? I'd rather check that out than this.
Same.
You know what I'm saying? It'd be different.
Anything is possible. We had, I don't know if y'all seen the other trailer, like the teaser trailer or whatever.
Yeah, I saw it.
But yeah, she was outrunning a dinosaur in the, and I'm now see, this is me, right? I'm looking at it like this is insane. How is she outrunning this dinosaur, jumping from rooftop to rooftop, and then Chris Pratt is on a bike and they're like right on his ass? I don't get it. But movie magic, Hollywood, franchises, money grab. I'm all for it. Let's go. I'm
Kuya P made a good point though with Fast and Furious. We understand it's ludicrous, no pun intended. We go because it's ludicrous, it's over the top, it's far-fetched. We know what it's like now. We know what to expect. We know not to think logically when watching these movies. That's not the case with Jurassic World.
They try to wrap it up in science. That's why.
Right.
Yeah. When science is very definitive, they don't want you making a mockery of science. So
there you go. It only makes you marvel at that insanity, right?
It does.
You like that leading? You like that leading?
I like that leading.
That was great. That was great.
All right, y'all. So yeah, Jurassic World Dominion dropping. Let us know if you're going to be checking that out. But my top pick, I had the blessing of seeing the first 2 episodes prior to this release. Miss Marvel is coming our way on Disney Plus. I'm not sure if they're dropping the first 2 episodes as well.
I don't know.
Or if I'll be an episode in front of y'all until I can actually really talk about it with you guys. But my review, which is non-spoiler, and is up, and we really couldn't because they made so many restrictions on it. It's so bland. But if you love the comic book, essentially, I would say you'll love the show. There are liberties, which I think everybody who's a real super fan of the character will see and already are aware. But yeah, let's check this out. I'm not gonna do the full trailer because I think we already did reaction to it. Yeah. So this is just a 45-second snippet that they put out to promote this. So we'll check this out real quick. Miss Marvel, my top pick this week.
It's time to stop fantasizing. Who do you want to be in this world? Do you want to be good?
Tonight.
Cool. Is this Nani's?
That is just junk.
Whoa.
The future.
What does it feel like?
Cosmic.
Begins with her.
You've inherited greatness.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think I'm ready for this.
You're Kamala Khan. You're gonna save the world. Then you're gonna save the world.
This is something I need to do.
Marvel Studios, Miss Marvel, only on Disney Plus.
Man, I can't wait for this. Y'all. Let me tell you, I can't wait for this. Like I bought Miss Marvel in the original run when it came out, and I, as a grown ass man reading that, I love the coming of age story. I love the. This is one of the things that I always say. Like they talk about race changing of characters and whatnot. Like I always go back to Daredevil. Daredevil was very much rooted in the fact that he is white Irish Catholic. Like that's so much an integral part of his character. You cannot change the race of Daredevil, and because that's such part of him. And that I get Kamala Khan, the way that they wrapped up her heritage, her religion. Into the character to talk about xenophobia, to talk about the modern standards of what beauty and image is supposed to be, in this coming of age story with her, and obviously she isn't, being exposed to the Terrigen Mist in this like she was in the comics. So I'm hoping, because I know a lot of that, her body changing and dysmorphia as a result of that, especially in the beginning, because I'm sounding really geeky and I'm sorry. I know when she came out of her egg, she looked like Carol Danvers, Miss Marvel, because that was her image of what the beauty standard was, because that was her idol. But also, she's this tall, blonde, somewhat buxom standard of what we in the United States consider beauty.
Right.
And there was a lot of that sort of as manifesting her powers and her shape-shifting powers in that. So I'm interested to see how they translate that into her MCU powers, if they translate a lot of that in that sort of coming age story. But I'm really looking forward to the fact this is not a Marvel series we've seen. This is a teenage girl. This is a person of color. This is someone who's Muslim, who is from a very strict faith, especially looking at her family in the comics and even in the series. This is something we haven't seen on television before. So I'm excited because we talk about this all the time, Brian, on the Checkpoint. We want different stories.
Yes.
And yes, I'm a 43-year-old African-American man, but I'm excited for a MCU story about, I believe she's Pakistani, if I'm not, don't remember.
Yes.
Pakistani child of immigrants, is Islamic faith superhero. And her coming story as a teenage girl in the United States, in New Jersey. I'm all for it, because that's such a different story than nobody's telling, which is why I love the series when it initially dropped. G. Willow Wilson, who wrote it. Actually, it's funny, I watched something on her this morning, just as far as her background and how she converted to Islam and was in Egypt, and just all her experiences and being so faithful to that, and her experiences in writing Kamala Khan. I'm excited to see what they do with the series based on the source material. Okay, I'm done.
Brian Saff, how about you?
No, I agree. Everything you said, Webster, that's perfect. I think it's going to be one of those series that kind of catches people off guard and becomes one of the top tier. Because, at this point in the game, Disney and Marvel, they've produced a ton of MCU shows. And, people are in a place now where they're ranking them from worst to best and all that kind of stuff, or best to worst, whatever the case might be. I think she's going to take the list, or at least the top of it anyway, which for me is kind of like, okay, cool. Because I don't know, I've always been aware of Miss Marvel, but she's never been one of my favorite, Marvel characters, whatever. Always, loved her personality and her story and everything like that. But then you also get these contrasts between her and Reed Richards or whatever, and their abilities and things like that. So there's always been not an overshadowing, but a debate there. I'm personally invested in, Kamala for obvious POC reasons and stuff like that. But I just think the story is going to be really good. And I'm interested to see what is going to lead them, or how they're going to do her powers now that they've, kind of been intentional about differentiating her abilities from Reed Richards. I'm really interested to see how that's going to play out. And then on top of that, I just caught this in the trailer. They was like, "Oh, you are the future," or something like that, or whatever. Kamala Khan is also a founding member of the New Avengers. So I'm assuming, or I'm hoping, that this actual Miss Marvel series will, open the doors, lead the way for the New Avengers to come on the scene and take up the mantle of, where our Avengers, or the original Avengers, left off.
Right.
And the New Avengers would be Miles Morales, and who else is a part of the New Avengers? I can't think of it.
Is America Chavez, or is that just Champions?
Yes, America Chavez is also a New Avenger.
Cast.
Yeah. So I'm just hoping that her story lends to that, because I caught that just now watching that little 45-minute clip we just saw. So I'm excited. I'm gonna be up. Premiere time 3 a.m. for me. I'm gonna be up watching.
All right. Well, I got some news for you, because again, as of this recording, that trailer that I just dropped today of this recording.
Right.
As it said tonight, It's streaming now.
Say
So
what?
once both y'all fools get done to this recording, y'all can head over to Disney Plus and watch that first episode.
Oh, I will be watching that with dinner.
So yeah, that episode is out as of this recording tonight. Y'all will probably be seeing it this particular episode that we're recording right now. This time this week, this first official week of June, in June, because the first week we had a lot of May. Now this is the first official week of June. So they're only dropping episode 1. You'll see episode 2 next week, and which I've already seen. So I'm excited to really have a conversation with you guys. And just for Webster Style, because I know you were a fan of the comic book. Again, I can't spoil too much because I'm a 2 episode ahead, but the heart of Miss Marvel's there. They did do some changes.
Okay.
There's some changes.
I expect that though.
There's some story aspects. And personally, as a fan, I'm okay with it because it makes it less predictable,
Yes.
But the nuance, that heart, the family that we know and love from the comic books, the cast of friends that she has. But then just her as Iman Vellani, who plays Miss Marvel, this is her first time, getting a major. She actually, I think, first role really ever. Because she really has no credits in IMDb other than this, and the upcoming Marvels show film that she'll be doing coming to theaters. She kills it. She's amazing. So I
can tell
there's going to be some development with that character within this.
Yeah,
and actually, now that we can talk Inhumans, because we did see Black Bolt in Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. I think if they were to bring it closer to what we know from the comic book, and we are in a multiverse now, this was done. I would say this Miss Marvel was done before all of that, in story wise.
Right.
There could be a crafty way to include some stuff that I know, because I know there's going to be some parts when you finally watch this, Webster Style, that you're going to be like, damn, because we had some of that conversation with that I had with Heather when we reviewed this together, because she and I watched this in preparation for this advanced stuff. But I'm just saying, if there's, as long as the heart's there, I think you'll find it, because there's some stuff that I kind of wish would be there, but I think give it time, give the series some time, but they can also rework some stuff. But I'm not trying to say any more because I don't want to get sued by the mouse. But at the same time, with all that said, it's dope as hell. I think this is one of my favorite Disney Plus Marvel series. It's shot so well. And Brian, you a filmmaker cat too, bro. Yeah. They put their foot in this filmmaking. The way they went from transition to transition, the shot, the camera work. It's so inventive, so creative, and gives you kind of touches of No Way Home, or actually Far From Home, the one that joined before the second one, the last one we got.
Yeah, Far From Home.
And I think it works perfectly with a New York, New Jersey teenager in that essence. And you saw the original trailers for this, beyond this, new trailer that we got. There's that vibe, and you all are gonna have a good time. I can't wait to see what y'all think once y'all watch it, because I know y'all gonna tune in now that it's out here.
I'm excited.
You already have websites out like, I'm gonna eat dinner and watch it right now.
Right, exactly.
Like, why are we still talking right now, Pete? I gotta go.
I'm definitely excited. I'm glad you brought up the Inhumans, because she is a part of the Inhumans or whatever, and I know that
because we did get Professor X. So again, because we know that's what she's all kind of like in that mix. And yes, and there's no Terrigen Miss.
They had the because of reasons,
show,
They had the Inhuman series on, I believe it was Hulu, where the Inhuman series was, and they brought back obviously Black Bolt or whatever. So there could be some tie in there.
Down the line, they did switch it up though. Real talk, and I think all the fans knew, because they were really tuned into this. That they were going to switch things up, because Inhumans didn't do so well.
Right.
So they were going to switch things out. And I will say though that we also have a multiverse, people. So if they were to change it up, we can retcon shit.
Right.
But I gotta tell you, from this presentation right now, again, I'm not trying to spoil. I'm trying to be very careful with that. It is dope. And the heart is there. Give it a moment. I feel that way because I hated how when people shitted on Cowboy Bebop. I don't know. I'm probably still out of that loop like there. I love the Cowboy Bebop. I don't know. I wasn't the big anime head like a lot of people are, but people shitting on it, and I'm just so annoyed by that. And
yeah, the
it
talking
was
about the
beautiful
Netflix
to me. I
series,
really
right?
enjoyed that Cowboy Bebop series. But
talking about the Netflix series, right?
Yeah,
that was good. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know why they canceled it. I don't know why people had.
So
such
y'all
an
felt it
issue
too. I
with
wasn't
it.
sure where y'all stood on the Cowboy Bebop thing.
I haven't watched a lot of it, but what I've seen, like, it's not the anime, and I knew that going into it.
It's not, yeah.
So I
but
didn't.
it's really good though.
Right?
I still enjoyed it. Yeah.
I'm saying.
But with Miss Marvel,
I'm not
though,
saying that's going to be the same tone with this. I think people are going to, I think there will be some divide between comics cats and the MCU cats. But I think overall, as deep as the MCU love is now, I don't foresee that being a thing. But I know the comic people be like, what?
Yeah.
Because
I'm over that.
it's a newer comic series and people are aware of the comic more so than they were of the origins of some of the older cats. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be interesting because this is now the millennial seeing their character now in this time period now. You know what I'm saying?
Right. The one thing that Marvel has done in the MCU, even if they've changed details, even big details, they've done an excellent job, especially in the past couple years, especially with Phase 3, and just in general. But obviously, like with Thor and a couple of the characters, where their first couple movies weren't that great, but they've done a very good job of keeping the characters to their core of what they are. And that's what like, I didn't have any doubt about that about Miss Marvel, which is why I'm so excited about it. I'm excited about their core stuff. I'm not a big person like, oh, they changed their powers. Oh, it's going to suck. I'm like, dude, this is the MCU, not the G. Willow Wilson comic. You got to make her fit into this world that she's now. Just like Moon Knight, I am not a student of Moon Knight whatsoever. Okay. I love that series for what it was. They incorporated Moon Knight into the MCU. Yes, I have some questions about some of the silliness of it, especially toward the end, but that's my own opinion. And even with the Red Scarab and how it's a woman and not a male, I'm like, I don't know nothing about that, but it fit the story that they told.
Right.
And that's all that mattered. And that heart of that character is still there. And after reading up on it, the character, even though it's a woman, and then in this case, the daughter of the person that was actually the Red Scarab in the comics.
Exactly.
It makes sense to the story they were telling, and the core is still there. So I have no doubt that Miss Marvel will retain that core with some obvious change in details. But I don't think they can do me any wrong in that. The Marvel series as a whole have been.
They got Kevin Feige, man.
Great.
They got Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige gonna make sure you ain't fucking around.
He don't put on no crap.
And I just trust Marvel. Like,
exactly.
At this point, like, even with minor critiques that you might have based on source material and stuff like that, like, overall, they still deliver like a top-notch show every time. Doesn't matter if you hate a certain series or not. You can never say it was bad from a technological standpoint, from an action standpoint. Like, they
even a story standpoint.
Yeah, like they always say, "Hey, we got good writers over here. We got the money to make it look good." Like, you might not like it because it differs from your comic book, but it's still going to be a good show. So I'm excited.
There may be highs and lows, and like for me, for Loki, I thought the first 2 episodes are good. 3 and 4 were, but 5 and 6 just knocked it out of the park as far as telling that story. And I understand I had to get through 3 and 4 to get to 5 and 6 as far as the story is concerned. As a creative, a storyteller, I get that you have that low period in the story to get to to sow the seeds for the climax.
Right.
So I saw that in Loki. You see that in a lot of other series. Marvel is very good about that. Even if you had those doldrums in those 6-episode series, they are there to sow the seeds for what's going to happen in the end. Right. I understand that as a storyteller and creative. And that's something that Marvel does very well as far as telling their stories, fleshing out their characters. As far as the series are concerned, there is no Marvel series that I haven't enjoyed. Period.
Agreed.
There we go.
I agree.
All right, so Miss Marvel, y'all. Those cats on your screen right now, Brian Seth, Webster Style. That's what they're going to be doing as soon as we're done recording this. I suggest y'all tune in, check it out. That's my very top pick this week. Again, I'm a comics head, but I'm an MCU head as well, and I think they captured the heart, and it's a banger. And in addition to bangers, before I leave out, if you've been loving the music, like I've been loving the music associated with some of these Marvel releases, especially after the Moon Knight joints. I know for me, I was like, man, that joint kind of hit. And
had a nice
what was
soundtrack.
killing me, and so now I'm happy that it's out there now, is when you do get these advanced joints and you're bumping the music because you're wanting, like, man, I want that track now. Like, can I get a playlist? And then you got to wait because they're not giving you all the full details in regards to that aspect. So I know Brian Sass, a music head, and Webster Style, y'all music heads too. I'm looking forward to y'all finally watching this. And man, they're giving us, and what I love culturally, from a cultural aspect, like when it was Moon Knight, they're giving us Egyptian cats.
Right.
Now we're gonna get
that.
Danny cats, and just like, woo!
Yeah.
It's hitting.
Yeah,
So I
man.
just love that love. Not only are we seeing the representation on the screen, they're giving us our representation on the writing chores, on the crew, but also in the music, just all the way around. Like, thank you, Marvel, man. It's just showing love all the way around on the project. So
that's what
I just had to add that.
Pay attention.
Yeah.
You pay attention when you do the work, when you honor the legacy of the character that you're trying to portray, and stuff like that happens. Because we got to think about it. Like, if you're making a character that's like Miss Marvel, Pakistani, like, of course she's gonna have some American influence because she's a Pakistani American, but like, she's gonna also have her musical influences there. Like, you have to incorporate that. It can't be like Superman. He's in China and still listening to the Beatles or whatever. Like, come, you got to embrace the culture that you're trying to portray. So I always appreciate that with Marvel.
Hell yeah. So I just had to, it just, one of the things that I forgot about as one of the acts, her music is in there. MIA, man. Remember MIA used to be so big.
Yes,
they got her on the track. So that was the one artist I was like, man, I remember how much I love MIA. Now I'm gonna blast that track now. But there's gonna be so many. So like, shout out to Marvel, man. But there you go. Those are my picks this week. Crimes of the Future, Jurassic World Dominion, Miss Marvel, and an honorary pick. I'm Charlie Walker, because I did some interviews with Sophia Fredericks. Check that out. Brian Saff, what do you got else before we get up out of here that we want to just show love and light to beyond the Checkpoint episode that's brand new this week that y'all just dropped that we recorded today?
Just, the podcast, Talk and Play Broadcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. I will be covering Miss Marvel on the episode coming out this week, because I'm gonna watch it as soon as possible and give y'all my review, my take on it. And then if you want to talk back to me, that's the @ right there. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok.
There you go. Webster Style, what do you got coming up, and all the handles and everything?
Well, after this, I will definitely be talking about Miss Marvel on the next upcoming episode 113 of the Sartorial Geek Podcast by Webster Style, which should be dropping probably Saturday morning at the earliest Friday. Either way, it'll be out by Saturday. But anyway, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Webster Style. Find me on TikTok at _Webster Style, and anything and everything that is Webster Style, you can find it at websterstyle.com.
All right, there you go. I'm not going to keep these fellas any longer. I know they want to head over to check out that new Miss Marvel. So new show, Pal Show, this week is with Romeo Candido of Top Line. That's new series that's in Canada, CBC. Check that out. Top Line. Amazing, great conversation. Just a bunch of content coming this way. I'll be talking The Wire 20th anniversary with who am I talking to? Let me fill you in real quick on that. Dominic West, Wendell Pierce, David Simon, Nina Noble, Clark Peters, Jim Truefoss, Lance Reddick, Jamie Hector, Felicia Snoop Pearson, and Andre Royo. Look for those conversations. Wow. Also, where I got my after card as a young actor. I worked on the last 2 seasons of The Wire. So excited to talk about the 20th anniversry on that. Bunch of content coming your way, man. So there we go. Your boy QEP, the legend QEP, Twitter, TikTok, and IG, Show Pal Show, API, Toy Heroes, and of course, here with Brian Saff, Webster Style, and our dub. There's Rule the World. We love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Blah, blah.